Hey y'all, good morning. It's June 11th and Friday, and we are just waking up this morning and looking forward to another day. It was a good night last night, and yeah, we're looking forward to getting on down the trail. So we're gonna go ahead and eat a little something, get packed up, and get ready to go. So hope y'all are doing well this morning, and we'll see you up on the trail. Alright, Kendall was just commenting that it's sometimes hard to see the trail, but I mean, does this look like a internationally known, thousands of people every year walking on this, looking at this? Does this look like a trail to you? Well, it doesn't to me either. Sometimes we really have to look to see where the trail actually is. But there is a very faded white blaze way up on the top of that tree up there. So, but yeah, it's not, when you think of Appalachian Trail, you think of a nice path through the woods, but we found that it's mostly not. It's climbing up rock side faces of mountains and very little trail to speak of. So, all right, let's get to the top and see if we can find a better trail.
It is 12:30 and I hear an airplane in the distance. I'm kind of doing a 360 turn here so you can kind of see the area because I still hear the airplane. For the last 3-4 miles, Up is convinced he hears an electric sound that sounds to him, in his words, like a camera. Like there is a camera up in one of these trees recording his walk. It's a little disturbing. I just wanted you to see how remote we are. Every, I don't know, half mile or so he stops and makes me try to listen because I don't hear it. He's starting to hear the government. Yep. So, yeah, it might be time for him to think about getting some rest, what do you think?
Well, we just stopped for a little break. That van over there is One Speed. Her husband came to visit her, and down here on the trail, so they stopped today and set up and did a little trail magic. So we got some drinks and some snacks, and they said, hey, we're headed to the same place you are. Can we carry your packs for you while we go down there? So we are actually half day slacking. So they took our packs and put them in the van, and so now we are slacking on the trail without backpacks on. So great day today.
Okay, the back side of my fingers, I don't know if you can, back side of my fingers right here and right here, same finger. Not sure that shows up, but I got blisters and torn off skin and blisters that have popped and very sore. It's from my trekking poles. I also have them on my thumbs, but those have turned into calluses. But what that means is I have to walk down the trail giving everybody the finger because it hurts to close my hand. So I just had to show you.
Funny.
I just show you a little bit. Our afternoon, we're right here where the blue dot is, and that kind of shows you the terrain, or at least the elevation and descents And that, where the picnic table is right there, that purple dot, that's where we're headed. That's where we're going to camp. So it kind of shows you that's a water source, that's a trail crossing, some kind of information, or historical monument or something. We'll show you that when we get there. Parking lot, again, a trailhead, water. And this one over here, that's what they say when sometimes there's water and sometimes not. But you have to be careful because we're at water right now, and it's a beaver pond. So I mean, of all the water you don't drink, that's near the top of the list. So you do have to be careful with that, because sometimes it'll show you water, but it's not drinkable water. So 4 miles to go to camp.
Got us another beaver bog here. Oh, looks like there might be one coming up here before too long. There's something swimming. So we got some more snake action for you, but luckily this one is just shedding his skin. We just missed this one. It's just the skin left. Can't really touch it or pull it out of there, it'll break, but there's a fairly good side one. And the rattler's gone. Looks like somebody already got the rattler off of it, or he's still got his rattler, I guess. But yeah, rattlesnake skin. Well, we made it to our campsite and got all set up. We're actually staying in a state park here in New York that allows hikers to stay at the park for free in this open field. So yeah, we were able to come over here and get set up. We had dinner, and we're getting ready to call it a night. So we had another good day today. It was a long day. Did a little over 14 miles, so I'll have to do the math to figure out how much we did, but just a little over 14. But part of that we did get the slack pack because One Speed and her husband took our packs the rest of the way for us. So we did about 6 of the last miles without packs, but it was still pretty grueling today. So, but the temperature dropped down. It only got up into the mid-70s today, so it was just a beautiful day for hiking. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, and hope you guys are well, and we'll see you again in the morning. Good night. Hey everyone, good morning. It's Saturday morning, June 12th, and we are all packed up from our campsite, and we are at Canopus Beach is where we camped last night. Well, it sounds like a real glamorous place, but when you're hiking the trail, it is. They have this changing area and restrooms, and so you have access to water and flush toilets, which is always kind of nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful place here. It's in the state park, and they do also have a cafe and concession stand over here, but it's only open on the weekends, which today is a weekend, but they don't open till like 10 or 11, when we'll be long gone by then. But yeah, it's a nice place here. We had a good night last night. You can see it's kind of gray and overcast today. It didn't rain. It's not scheduled to rain. It's just supposed to be cloudy, overcast, and mid-70s today, which is good for us as hikers. Being out in the woods, it's a really good temperature. Humidity's a lot lower. So yeah, we are getting cleaned up and getting ready to go. Our packs are here on the table, and we are going to head back to the trail. So we'll see you up there. And this is the beach. One of the things I forgot to mention is I have to give credit where credit is due. Kendall actually was the very first one up in camp today. So yeah, she even came and got me out of my tent. So that was quite a pleasant surprise to see her up and moving around this morning. So allowed us to get out of camp at a good time. I think we left the beach at about, or left camp at about 6:30. Actually left the beach at about 7. So yeah, it was good to see her up and getting packed up and ready to go this morning. So good job for her. Okay, we are back on trail and heading north again. Well, we hiked back up the hill and are now overlooking the lake and the beach. As you can see, it started raining just a little bit, kind of a misty, wet rain, but yeah, it's a pretty good overview of the lake there. All right, we're stopped here for a little break at the RPH shelter. It's actually a really unique shelter. It's like a little cabin, but it's open on one end with a picnic table. Got a couple picnic tables. They even have lounge chairs and a big yard for tenters and things like that. But then they have 3 bunks in here, so 6 beds and hiker falling through the ceiling there. But yeah, and then they have water cache, and looks like you can get pizza delivered here. But yeah, it's a really neat little place actually. So, but you know, we are just passing by it though. We thought we'd stop in and see what it was like. So. All right, we're back into civilization here, walking underneath the parkway that leads from New York City to Albany. But you know, we came from that direction, and very quickly heading back up into the woods. And Kendall says we have to climb. So we made it out of the woods for lunch, and we hiked almost 11 miles to get to this little pizzeria and deli place. And Kendall and I are sharing a large pizza and some snacks. And actually is camping behind the building here. A lot of people today are opting to just camp here, but we are going to go on to a shelter. It's about another 3 or 4 miles up the trail. So unfortunately the weather is still kind of misting off and on. It's not drying out much today, but hopefully it'll clear off and we'll get some dry weather to set up camp. So all right, we're gonna finish up our pizza. I need to stop talking and do more eating before Kendall eats it all. So all right. Okay, well, we got our bellies full of pizza and made it back up to the trail, and we are headed back into the woods. So Kendall says we got about another 4 miles to go, and it's 3:30, so hopefully the trail won't be too bad, and we'll get up there and find a spot to put up our tents. So come on, let's go.
Still raining.
And it is still, well, I can't really call it rain. It's drizzle. It's just kind of a wet, kind of like we're walking through a cloud. Just really dark and wet today, so hopefully that's supposed to clear off. But we haven't seen that happen yet. So, all right, well, we'll keep walking. Hopefully we'll see the sun come out. One of the sad things about the stop that we made was wanted to go ahead and get some pizza and wash it down with a cold Dr. Pepper. They don't have Dr. Pepper here. Never heard of such a thing. So that was a sad stop there, but hopefully we'll be able to find it again soon. But we did also meet a hiker. We'd done a through hike a couple of years ago. His name was Trail Mix, and he stopped and gave us some trail magic. Didn't have Dr. Pepper, but he did have some Twinkies and some cupcakes and some fruit snacks. So that was kind of nice. He's just out here hiking for the weekend and gave us some of his snacks. So that was pretty cool to meet Trail Mix and have that little bit of trail magic there. So that was kind of cool. Have you get a look at this big oak tree we just ran into. Man, that thing is big. It's almost as big as the one we saw down south, but not quite. But it's
let's stand next to it.
Yeah. Kendall's gonna get her arms around it. Man, that thing is massive. Wow, that's pretty neat. Big old branches. And we're back out doing a little bit of road walking. We're not going to another deli or pizza place though. We're actually still on the trail. And just crossing this freeway. Walking along. There's a lot of roads up here, so the trail goes over and around and on roads. See, there's a white blaze right there, so we are still on the trail. Road and headed back into the woods again. But it's really pretty down through here. Get the nice little bridge. No stream, but looks like there used to be one. There might be one again, but not today. But everything's so green. Yep. Back on the trail. Got our first view of the sun. Nice. And we're on rocks again. Up on top of the ridge. But we're getting closer to the shelter. Less than a mile away now, but got some beautiful views of the valley. That's where we came from, over in that direction. Alright everyone, we made it to the Morgan Stewart shelter and got our tent set up. Got a few things hanging on my pack and a few of our rain ponchos and such out to dry. But sun's out now, finally. Hopefully it'll stay out for a little while. Try to get a few things dry before we go to bed. We didn't get that wet. I mean, the tents are dry, sleeping bags, everything are dry. But just trying to dry out some of the outer layers that got a little wet today. But yeah, should be a good spot. But pretty full here tonight. We're lucky we got in when we did, because there's still people coming in and a lot of people out. It is the weekend, so you know, being so close to New York and all, a lot of people out on the trails and stuff. So but we got in, got a good spot, and are ready to call it a day. So Kendall said we did about 14 miles today, which is again another good day. Terrain was actually pretty good today. Just had a few extra miles going down to the pizza place, was an extra little over a mile, and then also a extra half mile just getting out of our campsite at the beach this morning. So And yeah, a little extra. So, but on trail 14 miles or so today. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. So we will be back with you all tomorrow. So have a good night.